Good morning, dear students. My dear students, today we shall discuss the question and answer and some important concept of transportation in animals and plants chapter. So in this one, that questions contain 1 marks, 2 marks, choose the correct answer, and also neat label diagram of heart and human excretory system, and also kidney will be there, and those diagrams are very important for your examination. So dear students, along with this class you should copy the notes neatly and maintain neatness and write properly without making any mistake. So shall we move on to discuss the exercise, question and answers, and also if there is a necessity we are going to discuss the point of that one, that is what is the concept that one contain. Okay, shall we move one by one? See, dear students, first man they given that transportation in animals and plants. In the exercise first one, we should match the given column 1 and column 2, that is match structure given in column 1 with functions given in column 2. That means in the column 1 they given the functions of so they given structure of this one, and we should note down or match the functions of that one in the column 2. First one, that is stomata. Stomata means in that one stomata there is a transpiration of water will be takes place. Alva. Next xylem. So xylem is an water conducting tissue. We call that one as water conducting tissue. WX. W means water, X means xylem. So you should memorize like that. W, after the W that will be X. The W means water, X means xylem. So xylem is called as so xylem is involved in the transport of water. And root hairs. Root hairs. So what is the root hairs function is? Root hair function is absorption of water. So phloem is transport of food. The function of the phloem is transport of food. The function of phloem is transport of food. Next, the blood from heart is transported to all parts of the body by the arteries. So I already told that one. Arteries, that means that arteries and veins will be there, and arteries are transporting blood from heart to the different parts of the body. I showed the picture of that one in the function of heart class. So hemoglobin is generally present in red blood cells. Red blood cells. So that means, dear students, due to the presence of hemoglobin, the blood is red in color. Next, arteries and veins are joined by a network of, that is capillary. That means in that capillary, so at the end will be their simple artery structure already given in your textbook. So these capillaries are carrying blood from different parts of the body to the heart, and that supply blood from heart to the different parts of the body. So that is the connection between or joints between arteries and veins. So that means that vein is joined to arteries, and also vein and arteries are joined by an capillaries. The rhythmic expansion and contraction of heart is called. The rhythmic expansion and contraction of heart is called heartbeat. Is called heartbeat. The main excretory product in human beings is. So the main excretory product in human being is urea. So sweet contain water and dash. So sweet contain water and salt. Generally that is sweat contain water and dash. So sweat contain water and salt content. That is not a sweet. Sweat, bevaru. Bevaralli ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀರು ಮತ್ತು ಉಪ್ಪಿನ ಅಂಶ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Kidney eliminates the waste material in the liquid form called. So kidneys eliminate the waste materials in the liquid form called, that is urine. Water reaches great heights in the trees because of suction full caused by transpiration. Not only with the presence of, due to the presence of xylem, there is an causing of suction pull from roots to the higher parts of the body. That's why that is called as caused by transpiration. That means the water is excess of water will be transpirated through the leaves. There will be an causing of exchange of water takes place. So in like that the water will be moves from lower concentration to the higher concentration. Next, choose the correct option. That is, in plants water is transported through. So water means W, W means X. So the relation of W is X, W means water, X means xylem. So in water that transported through xylem. And then food conducting tissue is phloem. Water absorption through roots can be increased by keeping the plants. Water absorption through roots can be increased by keeping the plants. So under the in the shade. Shade means there is no light or there is no evaporation of gas takes place. In dim light means there is no evaporation of water takes place. So covered with a polythene bag means here there is no presence of air, means there is no evaporation of water takes place. Under the fan means if the fan is switched on, the air is that will be created in that area. So automatically the water present on the leaves will be evaporate. So that is the correct answer is under the fan. Third one is the correct answer. And next, so important. This is very important for you. Why is transport of materials necessary in plants or in an animals? Explain. Why is transport of materials necessary in a plants or in a animals? Explain. That is, the cells of different organs of plants and animals need various necessary substances to carry out many metabolic activities. Alva bere ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ so various ಆಗಿ necessary substances ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Some muscles, protein, vitamin, like that. So activities and different type of waste products are created during these metabolic activities. During these metabolic activities, different types of waste will be created. So transport of material is necessary to supply the required substances and to remove the waste product. That means to remove the waste product and to transport the required substances. Transport of material is very important. What will happen if there are no platelets in the blood? It's very important question, dear students. They will ask for the give reason why or in 2 marks question. So because here platelets are responsible for clotting of blood. That means if there is a if you are fallen down, you get an wound. So in that time the bloods are continuously flowing and completely blood will be waste out. So to avoid that one, if there is a presence of platelets, that platelets clot the blood where the wound will be there, that where the blood is coming out, that will be clot automatically. If there are no platelet, the blood would not clot in case of any injury. In case of any injury, in generally if there is an injury, if there will be an happening injury, means the blood will be continuously flowing. So in that one, if there is no platelets means, so blood will not clot easily. That's why platelets is very important for the clotting of blood. So this will lead to excess blood loss and finally in death of the person. That means if there is no blood in the body, means the person will be going to die. So platelets play a major role in clotting of blood. Next is, see, what are stomata? So what are stomata? Give 2 functions of stomata. So first we should define what are stomata, and next one is we should give 2 functions of stomata. We should give 2 functions of stomata. That is, The numerous pores under the surface of leaf are called stomata. That is the numerous pores. Pores means ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ರಂಧ್ರಗಳು. The numerous pores under the surface of the leaves. That means if this is a leaf means the surface of the leaf. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಯ ಮೇಲ್ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ರಂಧ್ರ, ತುಂಬ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ರಂಧ್ರಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ transpiration and exchange of gases are the main function of stomata. So transpiration and exchange of gases takes place. That means transpiration of water takes place. There are ನೀರು ಆವಿ ಆಗೋದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ. Exchange of gases means that leaves, through that leaves carbon dioxide will be entered and oxygen will be released. ಯಾವಾಗ? During photosynthesis. Okay. Next, does transpiration serve any useful function in the plant? Explain. ಅಂದರೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನಿಂದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಸರ್ವ್ ಎನಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್. ನೋಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಏನು? Transpiration serves very important function in plants. So this transpiration ಅಂದರೆ ಆವಿ ಆಗುವಿಕೆ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದು that plays very important function in plant. ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಪೂಲ್. ಸೊ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಪೂಲನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒತ್ತಡವನ್ನು ಹಾಕುತ್ತೆ ತಳ್ಳಿಕೆ, which is responsible for the rise of water to great heights in tall plants and other trees. So in tall plants means ಎತ್ತರವಾದ ಗಿಡಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಎತ್ತರವಾದ ಮರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಟ್ಸು ವಾಟರ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫುಲ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಆವಿ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಲೋಯರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಟು ದ ಹೈಯರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್? ಐ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಆರ್ ಜನರಲಿ WBC, RBC and also platelets ಅಲ್ವಾ. And plasma state will be there, but in generally we are mentioning WBC, RBC and also platelets. Sure. What are the components of blood? Blood is a liquid which has cells of various kinds suspended in it. Main components of blood are, so first one is plasma, second one is RBC, third one is WBC and last one is platelets. So function of this one, that is plasma, is the fluid part of the blood is called plasma. The fluid part which is present in the blood ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ fluid part ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು plasma ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And RBC, one type of cells are the red blood cells which contain a red pigment called hemoglobin. That is a type of cell. In the blood there is a presence of RBC. That RBC is a type of cell. One type of cell that is red blood cell. So which contain a red pigment called hemoglobin. Next, WBC. The blood also has a white blood cells. So the blood also has white blood cells. Our blood also have white blood cells irutte. So that is called as WBC. And function of that WBC is which fight against germs that may be enter our bodies, that act as an immunity power. WBC, the blood also has white blood cells which fight against germs that may enter our body. Next, platelets. The clotting of blood is caused by another type of cells in the blood called platelets. The clotting of blood is caused by another type of cells in the blood called platelets. ಅಂದರೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. it is asked for the 3 marks question. That's compulsory. This question they will ask for the examination. Why is blood needed by all the parts of a body? So why is blood needed by all the parts of the body? ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ದೇಹದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Blood transports substances like digested food from the small intestine to the other parts of the body. ಅಲ್ವಾ? So blood ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? That carry the substances which are digested in the small intestine to the different parts of the body through villi. Villi ಅಂದರೆ finger like structure ಇರ್ತವೆ. It carry oxygen from the lungs to the cells of the body. That blood carry oxygen from lungs to the heart, then heart to the different parts of the body through the arteries. And also that blood carry carbon dioxide from different parts of the body through the veins to the heart. It also transport waste for removal from the body, so it acts as a carrier of various substances. So every parts of the body needs certain substances to perform its function. Additionally, every part creates some waste products for removal. So in additionally, every part of our body, that is individual part of our body, that creates some waste product for removal. So blood is needed by all parts of the body. So blood is needed for all parts of the body, so that various substances can be supplied to them and waste can be removed from them. So needed by all parts of the body. So various substances can be supplied to them. So various parts of the body in the waste supplied to them. Waste can be removed from there. That supply to the various parts of the body what they are necessary, and that remove the waste product from different parts of the body. That's why blood is very important in our body. And last they given, what makes the blood look red? Because due to the presence of hemoglobin, the blood is red in color. You should write like that, or you should write, the presence of hemoglobin makes blood appear red. You should write, the presence of hemoglobin makes blood appear red. Alva? So presence of hemoglobin ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Describe the function of heart. That means we should write the function of heart. For that you should write the diagram of neat label diagram of heart. Why means, dear students, in the examination they will ask, draw a neat labeled diagram of heart for the 3 marks. So you should write the diagram of heart, and then, so function is very easy. The heart is an organ which beats continuously to act as a pump. To act as a pump. Why means? For the transport of blood, and also which carry other substances with it. So heart acts as an continuously pump, because to transport the blood and which carry the other substances with it. Along with blood, that heart carry different substances. The heart pumps the deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation and receives oxygenated blood from the lungs. And main function of heart is, the heart carry deoxygenated blood from heart to the lungs and oxygenated blood from lungs to the heart. And it pumps the oxygenated blood to different parts of the body, and it pumps the oxygenated blood to different parts of the body. And you should write the diagram of this one. Why it is necessary to excrete waste product? Why it is necessary to excrete waste product? When our cells perform their function, certain waste products are released. ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳು ಕೆಲವು ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆನ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, and these are toxic for our body, and hence ಆದ್ರಿಂದ need to be removed from the body. We should remove from that body. That will be harmful to our body. If the waste product is not excreted from our body, means that's totally harmful to our body. That's why excretion of waste product is very necessary or very important. Next, so you should write this one, and also function of part I already told that, so copy of this one. And third one is 13th one is draw a diagram of an human excretory system and label the various parts. So that means you should write this is the human excretory system. You should write very neatly. If there is an availability, you should coloring that one. If you are not have interested to coloring the picture, then you should leave as it is, but you should mention the parts correctly. Very correctly. So first one you should write this one and mention the part: urinary opening and urethra, urinary bladder, ureter, and also kidney. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, totally 5 parts they given. You should mention at least 4 parts to get a complete marks. And there is no necessity for coloring of this diagram. If you want, you should color, and if you don't like to coloring that one, you should leave as it is. But you should write the neat label diagram. Okay, because in the examination they doesn't allow to color the diagrams. Okay, so you should write very neatly and mention the parts. So dear students, these are the notes and these are the important key points in your exercise. You should copy these question and answer to your notebook neatly and maintain the neatness and don't make spelling mistake. Okay, thank you students.